So it's quite early in the morning, it's around about 10 a.m. The Ubud Market, which is in front of me, is just starting to open and wake up. The tourists are all flocking in, and I'm going to take you on a little tour. If you don't have a lot of time, this is the perfect tour that will take you about an hour or so. And it's going to start in the Ubud Market, where, you know, the shopping's so-so. I think it's very much same everywhere else. But I'm going to take you down the street that runs between the two markets, Jalan Karna. We're going to go to the end of it, we're going to turn left and walk along a little bit, and then we're going to come up my other favourite street, which is Jalan Goutama. So if I just turn the camera around, down at the very end there, you can just, so we're in Jalan Raya Ubud now. That's the market in front of us. And just down there, you can see the cars coming up from the left. That's Monkey Forest Road. And then as we swing around here, that's Jalan Karna over there, which a lot of people miss. It's got a very, very narrow entrance. And then if we turn around even further and look down the other way, Gotama is about 100 metres down there, and that's where we're going to come out. So we're doing a bit like a horseshoe loop around the area, and we're going to see some of the best shopping and the best food. So this is a great option if you don't have a lot of time. If you do have more, of course, you would probably do the Champuan walk, or better still, the sweet orange walk. So I'm not going to take you into Ubud Market because I think I can quite confidently say that anything we see down Jalan Karna, we're going to see in the Ubud Market anyway. It's a bit of a shit fight in there in the Ubud Market, and it's a little bit calmer down Jalan Karna. So let's go across the road and face death in Ubud, and we'll wander down Jalan Karna. So this is Jalan Karna behind me. It's really colourful. They've got lots of beautiful umbrellas up to protect you from the heat. So we're just going to check a few of the stalls out as we go down and just see what's cooking in Jalan Karna. So I don't know what you think of that. That's almost the end of Jalan Karna. It's quite cool. I think it's as cool as the market, if not a little bit more interesting. But as you've probably seen, it's pretty much the same all the way down. But, you know, if it's your first time to Bali and you're looking for a little treasure to take back and you want something you can look at and go, hey, I bought that in Ubud, it's a really great option. So we're going to keep walking down Karna here, and then we're going to turn left, and then we're going to turn left again, and we're going to end up in Jalan Goutama, and we will have done like a horseshoe, so perfect for shopping and eating, and probably about a 20 to 30 minute walk. Okay, so we've just come to the end of Jalan Karna. We're going to then join Jalan Dewi Sita. Someone thinks I'm taking a photo. We're going to turn left to Dewi Sita, and then we're going to turn left again and go into Jalan Goutama. So end of Jalan Karna, we turn left into Dewi Sita. So when we get to the Golden Monkey, that's Jalan Goutama over there, but we're actually going to turn left and we're going to go down the street here. This is the other part of Jalan Goutama. Now, although there is a little bit of shopping here, this is more the food street. This is where you come in the evening. It's actually looking really beautiful at the moment because there is a celebration, a ceremony. I'm just trying to think of the right word, ceremony. There's a ceremony coming up in a few days. So Jalan Goutama has been dressed up for that and it's looking really beautiful at the moment. So we're going to wander up, and as I say, it's mainly restaurants and spas, and that's about it, but it's a nice combination. Shopping down Jalan Karna, and then at the end you turn left and left again and head up Gotama, and food up Gotama. So cars and bikes are allowed up Gotama until about 6 p.m, and then after that cars are prohibited. So that's Jalan Goutama. Not a lot happening at the moment because it is more an eating place, and I guess the restaurants open more around about 11ish or so. There are a few that are open earlier, but it's mainly an afternoon and evening place to come to Jalan Goutama for food. And today we've done breakfast and I'm going to go find somewhere for lunch. I've actually found it. My partner John found this place when he was here not so long ago, and it's called Mudra. And Mudra's a little bit interesting. It's a bit hippie, and they have these drums. Now let me just stop a minute and I need to find the name of them. Okay, they're called handpans. I've just looked, I had saved it on my phone. Handpan, it's a bit like a flying saucer, and it's a modern musical instrument first created in 2000 in Switzerland. And it has a unique instrumental shape and produces melodic, harmonic and ethereal music. So this place is quite ethereal. It's down the end of the street that I'm in, Gotama, Jalan Goutama, so it's in town. So we're going to wander back in at some stage and have a look at that and have lunch. Okay, so I'm going to take you to Mudra. So we're standing in the main street of Jalan Legian. Down at the end there on my left is the International Market, or the Ubud Market. And then if we turn around, we've got Dragon Snap across the road, which is a really cool shop if you want to buy some way out clothing. A little bit expensive, but very cool. And then if we turn around here to the right, this is Gotama, Jalan Goutama. So we're going to go down there, Jalan Goutama. It's a really beautiful street, and it's all decorated at the moment for a ceremony that's happening in about 10 days. This is one of my favourite streets actually in Ubud. It always looks really pretty. It's got some beautiful shops in it. It's all dressed up for the ceremony. There are some little bed and breakfasts down here, some homestays. but it's probably best known for its restaurants. It's got quite a few down here, restaurants and spas. And the one we're going to is called Mudra. All the beautiful pen jars that are up for the ceremony, those tall poles. Okay, so when we get to the end of Gotama, we have to cross because Gotama keeps going. Ooh, keeps going on the other side. We don't get run over. So this is still Gotama. So this is Mudra. Okay, so I thought I had a seat up the front, which I sort of did for a minute, and then they decided no, it wasn't available. So I'm sitting a little bit further back, but I don't mind because I sometimes find it a little bit awkward when you're sitting in a restaurant with people around you, and I'm sort of in a bit of a quieter area here, but you have people around you and you're sitting there talking to a camera. You sort of look a bit of a wanker these days when you do that, although a lot of other people are doing it as well. So I've just got the menu, I'm having a look at it. I'm not really that hungry because we just had breakfast not so long ago, that big breakfast, that big smoothie bowl. So I'm going to go for something a little bit lighter, and I'm looking at it's called Avogasm Toast. So it has smashed avo, tomatoes, ciabatta bread, caramelised onions, beets, hummus and sprinkled sprouts. And then I'm going to go for something a little bit light in the drink department, something sparkling. I'm going to have a lime squash, which is lime, ginger, honey, lemongrass, topped with soda water, and that's $55,005.50. So they do have a tax and a service fee after that. So I'm just waiting for someone to come along and take my order. And in the meantime, we're just going to sit here. I'm just chilling and listening to the sound of the flying saucer being banged on the side. Okay, what do you think of that? I mean, it is beautifully presented. It's beautiful bread. It's fresh bread. Problem is, I'm going to get really healthy here. There's a bit of salt and pepper. It's really nice. So this is my lime squash. It's got lemongrass, a big piece of lemongrass in it. Should have done it that way, shouldn't I? It's got a big piece of lemongrass in it, and it has honey and ginger and lime in there, and oh my God, that's almost better than a bintang. That's quite amazing. It's actually really refreshing. Got beautiful music happening in the background. So that was Mudra for lunch. Mudra, as I mentioned, is in Gotama, Jalan Goutama, so it's quite central in Ubud. It does have an extensive menu, and although most of it is vegetarian, there are some meat options there as well. So if you want something like wagyu or you want chicken, that is available. The drinks are great, the smoothies are great, and my orgasmicado or my avocado option, that was really great too. So their food's really, really fresh, very wholesome. And you know, I think I'd come back here again. And the cost of my meal was $156,000, so $15 Australian for my avocado toast times, well, there were 2 pieces, and my juice. So all in all, great option.